Hello and welcome to March's Artsfile. Now, a good night's sleep is most people's idea of heaven, and it ensures you don't feel like dropping off during the day. But whilst the rest of us kip, a growing number of folk are dancing the night away. They're part of a craze which started nigh on 30 years ago. But whilst its rivals have come and gone, Northern Soul is still very much alive and well, as Janatini discovered.
Hey, oh little girl, what's wrong with you? I've done everything I knew to do, yeah, I've tried.
The all-nighter is the heart of Northern Soul. This musical trend still inspires hundreds to get together, usually at weekends and often for weekends. While more conventional nightclubs are waiting for their customers to leave, in Northern Soul territory, they're watching them arrive. Northern Soul is rooted in the northwest. It grew out of the mod scene in the early 60s when two clubs in Manchester and Stoke began to focus on this blend of music. Originally, it was known as rare or deleted soul, and also acquired the tag of being elitist as records began to change hands for high prices.
You can't beat, the mid-60s sound, whether you like black music or pop music, or even country for that matter. So you've got something there. But beyond that, it's the social thing, the fact that people travel. And people travel and you meet various people from other parts of the country that you wouldn't have a chance to meet anywhere.
You could cure all my heartache. But it was in the mid-70s that Northern Soul became most popular, when Wigan Casino was the venue. When it closed in the late 70s, many feared the music would go with it. Not so. It survived into the 90s. Today, the venue is Blackburn, where hundreds still choose to literally dance the night away.
I dance, I let off steam, I let off some of my emotions to records. These records that I hear, at all-nighters, I mean, they can be about anything. It can be about love, hate, anger, happiness, I mean, it's emotion.
For the last 15 plus years, it's meant practically everything. I mean, from being at school talking about listening to my brother's records, through getting involved in soul music myself, reading his magazines, going on steady progression, becoming a part of the soul scene, marrying a girl who's on the soul scene as well.
There was no pretence in the scene, from what I could see, and that was what was so different to anything else I'd known. There were no lads coming and chatting you up. You could wear what you wanted, you could just have a laugh, be yourself, and meet nice people from all over the country.
But like acid house music today, Northern Soul has an image problem. It's been labelled old hat, fanatical minority entertainment, and is often associated with drugs. It's assumed in some circles and denied in others that those who spend hours on the dance floor resort to more than caffeine and chocolate for energy. Radio 1 presenter Andy Peebles, formerly based in Manchester, used to go to all-nighters at Wigan Casino. He believes the quest to keep Northern Soul out of the commercial music world has also been damaging.
What has worried me about Northern Soul, and what did in that era, was that it became very quickly extremely elitist, because it evolved around a situation where only a certain number of disc jockeys had access to the records. Therefore, if anyone else by fair means or foul got hold of a copy, they became worth a fortune. And I remember vividly 4 o'clock in the morning at Wigan Casino, many years ago, standing watching record collectors buying and selling. And there were £10 notes. I can't even remember whether we had £50 notes in those days, but they were flying all over the place.
Those who still attend all-nighters are keen to stress that far from stagnating in the 60s, Northern Soul has moved into the 90s. But attracting a new breed of followers is proving difficult. Those who grew up with Northern Soul in the 70s fear they could be the last generation, and the days of the all-nighters could be coming to an end.
It's been a way of life for me for a long time, It's just something you love, I mean, it's something I've always loved. I just can't get out of it. I can see myself ending eventually. I can't so much if I'm going to an all-night with a walking stick and, someone pushing me behind it.
Where else can you go and you get bank managers, accountants, hairdressers, factory workers, all doing the same thing?
Oh yeah, I found a home to live in. Everything you want.
Well, you've got the chance to be at the Northern Soul event of the year. We've got one pair of tickets for the Northern Soul Weekender, which is being held in Great Yarmouth on the 24th and 25th of March. All you have to do is put your name and a daytime telephone number on a postcard or a sealed down envelope and send it to this address. It's the Artsfile competition, BBC TV, Manchester M61SJ.